Woo! Hello. It's a Sunday video update. My name is Jared Fuller for Sunday, October 13th, 2019. Joining me off camera this week, Dad, who just woke up, and Amy, who's over here. She's been awake, I think, right?
Yeah, I've been awake since 9 o'clock.
Since earlier this morning. I've been up since about 9:15. I was watching the Golden Girls on TV Land. I could hear them in my sleep because my television was on. But I woke up watching them, and I love watching the Golden Girls. I hope you all had a wonderful week. Our week was rather busy. Last week I was in Grand Rapids. I went to visit a warrior and hang out with him and his mom for a little bit. I went to a benefit dinner last night, a spaghetti benefit dinner and silent auction for another local warrior. So I've been kind of busy last week, and Amy had to go to the hospital last week for some personal issues, and that was interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we're all good now.
Oh, yeah.
We're all set now. It wasn't anything too severe, but it was important enough that she had to go. And she found out she has lupus, which is not a good thing at all. Lupus is it's very serious business, and we've been helping her cope with that. And she's doing okay. She's doing all right. The noise you hear in the back, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but it's our space heater because it got really cold last night. Again, got chilly, so we're just trying to stay warm until we have some propane delivered, which, we're getting in that time of the year where it's starting to get chilly at night and it's going to start getting colder during the day, so we're going to start needing some propane to stay warm. I'm doing okay. I've just been really busy. And this week, I think on Tuesday, I'll be going back up to my mom's because she has an appointment with Dr. Pohl. So I'll be going with her and maybe getting to meet Dr. Pohl. I don't know. I would like to meet him. But that's probably all I have planned for this week. I don't know what else. I don't know anything else going on. They went out to the kitchen. I think they went to get coffee or doing whatever they're doing. But I want to take this time to remind all of you to visit GuideStar.org. GuideStar.org has a complete and comprehensive listing of all the 501c3 nonprofit organizations and LLCs approved by the federal government of the United States. Don't be fooled. Don't be duped. Visit GuideStar.org today.
I'm back.
And she's back. Is the coffee done?
I don't know yet.
Or is it still brewing?
I think it's still brewing.
I want another cup. I've already had one cup. I could go for number 2.
I will be walking back out.
Yeah.
When my phone rings.
And I received a text message. I love you too. A friend of mine, she's a mom of a cancer warrior. She sent me a bunch of hearts in a text message. I love you too. Always. So yeah, it was quite an interesting week, to say the least. Of course, I went to Grand Rapids, and like I said, I went to hang out with a cancer warrior and his mom. Took him grocery shopping. There's a store nearby, and I, loaded the kid up. I should say, it's only one kid. The car seat, rode my van. We went to the supermarket, and he was such he's only 4 years old, mind you. He was such a good helper. He was carrying the food and the baskets that you carry around. He was such a good helper. And
They have the little carts like they do up here at Frank.
I don't think they do. They just had the normal size shopping carts. Oh, what was that? Something popped up.
Nothing bad.
No, it's oh geez, I don't care about that. But they have the normal size shopping carts, just the regular shopping carts.
Oh.
But he was such a good helper. He was carrying the baskets of food, and it got really heavy, and he wanted to be a little tough guy. And we went to the dollar stores around because she was looking for Hot Wheels for him, and then we went to have lunch at an Italian-American restaurant, which was really good. and then we hung out for a little bit. We played, and then I came home because he was getting tired because he hadn't got much sleep.
Right.
And so she says, "Oh, I'm sorry to cut this short, but I want to, put him down for a nap." No, that's fine. He's tired. He's been on lots of planes lately, and he was up since 2:00 in the morning when I went to see him. So he didn't get much sleep, and he's, like I said, he's only 4 years old. So that it takes its toll.
That needs all the rest he can.
Yeah.
With what
He's battling neuroblastoma, so he needs his rest, and but it was a fun day. And last night was a spaghetti dinner and benefit auction. I put together a little video here on my YouTube channel and kind of took some video clips and did some highlights of that event last night. It turned out really good. I got to meet some of the Warriors family members. I met an aunt, a grandmother, and a great-grandmother. Very sweet people. And we had a nice one-on-one conversation. It was really good. Shed some tears, we cried a little bit together, and I think they were just happy. They were tears of joy because there were a lot of people that showed up last night. It was packed.
I think it helped too with them putting flyers out.
Well, they had the flyers out. WNEM TV5 was there, and it was on the 11 o'clock news report last night. I wasn't on camera. I don't care about any of that. I'd assume not be on camera. But, like, if a news reporter asked me to speak on behalf of someone, I probably would. But just to be on camera, just to look like a hot shot, it's just not my cup of tea. I'd assume not. Because I'm not there for notoriety, and I did help the family last night a little bit. And I hope that the little bit that I did help them with will be beneficial to the Warrior, who's currently in ICU. And it's not looking very promising at this moment, but, we'll just have to wait and see. But it's been a very busy week, and and I mentioned that we were at the hospital with Amy. She was having some personal issues go on, and we were there for her. We were there for probably, I'd say, 8 hours at Memorial. What's that? Oh, he's sneezing again. We were at Memorial Hospital in Owasso for probably a good 8 hours or so. It's Owasso. We were waiting. We were waiting for some people to show up, and they didn't. And we just finally said, "Fuck it, we're done. We're leaving." We're not going to stay around another second because we've already been here for so long. So we just come home. Yeah, Memorial's privately owned, which I didn't know. I thought that was owned, or it was a municipal. I thought it was a municipally owned building because it's a hospital. It's not owned by the city of Owasso. It's actually privately owned. And it's governed by a board of trustees. And I had no idea. But you learn something new every day. And I guess Sparrow is also privately owned. Which would explain why they lack professionalism. But I won't get into that this week. But other than that, it was kind of an interesting week, but it was a good week,
I don't want to talk to nobody. It's too early for me to talk to anybody. I even had my coffee and I'm just waking up.
And Dad's referring to someone on the phone. Dad doesn't want to talk to anybody on the phone. He hasn't had his coffee yet. And he is right, it is early. It's, I think it's 10:30? Or maybe a little after 10:30? Oh, it's almost 11 o'clock. But other than that, I mean, everything here is good. I'm doing all right. I feel the change of the weather. I think my allergies are starting to give me hell again because my ears starting to get plugged on this side. And when that happens, I usually have to go to the hospital to have my ears flushed. Yay me, huh? No. But everything here's good. Other than I have to be back up at my mom's, and I mentioned this. Did you know that, Dad? Tuesday I got to go back up to mom's because she's got an appointment to see Dr. Pohl, or to take the kitten back to Dr. Pohl's office. So, so I'll be up there on Tuesday. After that, I don't know what's going on. I would like to go up and see Heidi and Elwood sometime this week. I'd like to. And I've been watching the news lately, and sounds like Denver, Colorado got hit with another snowstorm. And that system was supposed to be moving this way towards Michigan. I don't know if Michigan picked up any snow. I'd have to check the forecasts, and I'd have to check the weather reports to see if there's any snow on the ground in the Upper Peninsula or in northern lower Michigan. And she's on the phone. So she's not responding to me or Dad. She's responding to the person that she's talking to on the phone. But anyway, yeah, everything here is pretty good. I don't know, Dad, how was your week? Yeah. You were at Grandpa's last night. Busy. Yeah, you were at Grandpa's last night, and somewhere else I gotta go get over and see Grandpa one of these days. I haven't been over there in a while. What's that? Yeah, Grandpa, he runs the roads quite a bit. Wasn't there a baby shower last week? Yeah, on Sunday, yeah, because I was in Grand Rapids on Sunday. Yeah, there were 2 baby showers on Sunday. Of course, I don't normally attend baby showers, but there were 2 baby showers last Sunday. Of course, I was in Grand Rapids, so even if I wanted to go, I would have missed them. But a cousin of mine and his girlfriend recently had a baby, and some good friend of ours who used to work at the gas station. Now she works at I think she works at Little Caesars yet, right? Yeah. She's. Well, as far as we know, she did. She's expecting herself, and her baby shower was last Sunday. And she, when I got back from Grand Rapids, I actually went up to her apartment and helped her unload some of the items from the baby shower, and I carried it upstairs to her apartment, and yeah, she got quite a bit. I helped unload the truck, the tailgate of the truck. I unloaded some items from the baby shower, carried upstairs to her apartment, and I sat and visited with her for a little while. And that's her son's doing better. Yeah. So that was my Sunday, my last Sunday anyway. I don't know what I'm doing today. I haven't decided yet. But Amy's coming with coffee. I knew there was a reason we kept her around. Coffee. Let me clear out a spot here.
Good, because I'm just going to set it down, and then you
I'm going to move my...
move it.
I'm going to move my... Here, just put it there. Just put it here, and I'll move it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coffee time.
He's gonna text me when he's on his way out to cut wood. He wants that real big one.
Grandpa sent home chili, too. Just me and my Hostess snack cakes. I'm not going to eat them now.
No, he's gonna do... I already told him that Rain is in a lot of pain, and I said, I don't think he's doing good. I think his sinuses are messing up on him, so you're going to have to bear with it. And he come out and said, that's no problem.
Wasn't it last week we were in Saginaw? Wayne bought the car? Or Nora bought the car? Yeah, it was last week. I almost forgot that. I'm glad I mentioned it. I'm glad I remembered it. So
It's running real good too.
my brother and his girlfriend bought a car from her adopted brother,
Her? What's my name?
Amy's brother. So my brother and his girlfriend bought a car from Amy's brother last week, and I guess it's running good.
Yeah.
I had to go for the side not to hospital.
Yeah, Dad went all the way to Saginaw to pick him up, and then came out. Then we went to Owasso to get it. Then we actually went to have lunch first, didn't we?
Yeah, we had lunch.
We had lunch first.
We went to BJ's.
Yeah, we went to lunch first. We went to BJ's restaurant in Corunna. Technically, it's Corunna. Then we went next door to Owasso to her adoptive mom's house. I'm pointing at Amy, to her adoptive mom's house, and we got the car. And after that, they drove it back to Saginaw. And I guess it's running good.
And Jared knows how everything goes at my mom's, so he hibernated in the vehicle.
Yeah, because-
Vehicle.
And, what's that?
Grandma.
Well, that, and it's the fact that, that I just don't like to be around a bunch of drunks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
I can't blame you.
and I'm gonna say this. There's an older woman. It's her adoptive mom, and she's no spring chicken.
80 years old.
She's no spring chicken. She gets around with a cane. She moves at a snail's pace, and the people who are staying there with her are supposed to be helping her. And what do? They sit in the fucking garage and drink and get drunk every day. And I sat in the back seat of Dad's car, and when I saw that, because she dropped a piece of mail. All right, she was getting some mail out of the box in front of the house. She dropped a piece of mail. She bent over ever so slowly to pick it up. And I'm looking in the garage, and everybody's drinking. And all but Dad and Amy and my brother and his girlfriend, they weren't drinking, but the people who were living at the house were in the garage drinking, and it pissed me.
My nephew.
Yeah, and it pissed me off to actually, it's like you people are supposed to be here helping her, and you're out in the garage goofing off, drinking, doing whatever the hell it is you're doing, and yeah, it really ticked me off.
Yeah, and they leave Mom in that. I mean, I can understand, she can be left alone.
Yeah, and she wants her independence,
Yeah.
She wants to know that she can still do things on her own, that she's still capable of doing things. But they are there to help her.
They already took her license. I mean, she has
Yeah.
her license, but she's legally blind and cannot drive. So,
But the point is that they are there to help her.
yeah.
And they're out in the garage, goofing off, fucking around, drinking beer every day.
Here, Dad,
I help her every time I'm there.
Yeah, Dad helps her, and
I try to do things, something.
and,
to help her,
and trying is better than doing nothing other than, because that's what they do best. They sit around and do nothing other than drink. And I was pissed. And
I was also.
yeah, and speaking of pissing people off, Dad here was at Admiral gas station, was it yesterday? Or the day before, and someone decided to leave a very tiny baby in the car, alone. Okay. Someone decided to leave a very tiny baby alone in a car. Dad here bitched him out, and it kind of escalated from there. There was no physical confrontation. There was just an exchange of words. And some other guy come in and said, well, did she hit you? And Dad says, no, and I would have. Well, that just shows me how much you care about your kids if you're willing to leave them in a car unattended. So, good job, Dad.
I said just because of you people like yourself, that's why there's so many babies dying.
Yeah.
Because of ignorant people like yourself, you dumbasses.
Yep. So if you're a dumbass who leaves your little ones in the car by themselves without adult supervision, that applies to you as well.
And if I I catch you, you won't like me.
So we're in the business of if we're not getting pissed off, we're pissing people off. Well, you know, yeah, it's an old saying, but I think a lot of it, like when we get mad about something, we don't have a problem pissing anybody off, especially the people who piss us off. I mean, if you're going to leave a baby or even a small child unattended in a car, and we hear all the time about kids dying in cars, it's ridiculous.
Did you hear that? It was dark.
Oh, it was dark.
And the reason, too, is it pissed me off is because the car was running. I don't know if it was locked, but what's saying there wouldn't have been gas fumes coming up from that exhaust.
Yeah.
There was just a pinhole in the floorboard anywhere.
Yeah.
Come through, that baby would have died.
Yeah.
Or a fire started out.
Yeah, I mean, any number of things could have happened.
Yeah.
I would never leave a baby
I
unattended,
told the baby and they wouldn't have known it.
but we're not that kind of people. We don't abduct children, but
I'll be honest, you two are rubbing off on me when it comes to people when they irritate me. I
Just
finally
tell 'em.
snap.
just tell them, you know?
My brother's number one.
You don't like me?
I already snapped on him, and now he's changed
You don't
his
like me? I
ways.
wouldn't put on this world, in this world for you to like me.
Well, my thing is, my thing is, you know, for the longest time, I wouldn't say anything. I just let people walk all over me. But now that I'm older, I don't fuck around.
Dad told you to go outside the ball.
No, you did that. Well, that had part to do with it, but I just finally had enough,
I had to know.
and I just don't mess around anymore.
So if anybody's out there, think twice about leaving your kid in the car if I happen to be around.
Yeah,
You won't like me. Guarantee fucking to you.
you just don't leave your babies in the car. You just don't. You know, I don't know. We hear about all kinds of horrible shit happening to kids every day.
How old is Heidi and Owen's youngest?
Lexi, she
4, ain't she?
she's 3 or 4. She's still little.
Baby wasn't even a year old.
Yeah, the tiny
And
baby,
they
tiny
don't
baby.
They don't even leave her in the vehicle.
No, why would you?
I never leave my kids in a vehicle either.
Why would you? I mean, yeah, Anthony, he's 16 now, but still. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I would never leave an infant or even a toddler unattended in a vehicle.
And the car seats nowadays have that carrier type car seat where you can literally just pick
Yeah.
them up and carry them in with you
Yeah.
on your arm.
Right. What I like too, I see this a lot of the time too, is the people, like during the summertime, I'll see people walking down the sidewalk in Chesaning, and they got those things where you can carry the baby in front of you
Yeah.
or in the back, but I prefer carrying them in the front, so you know, you can keep an eye on them at all times.
I agree.
But it's cool to see, like, the people are walking down and it's like mainly the men I've noticed. They've got like those strap things, and they carry the babies in the front.
I'm getting one for my motorcycle and carry script on the front.
They actually have
I know,
them now.
but
I found them out.
just don't jump out, Scruff. Just don't jump out when Dad's going down the road, buddy.
His leg's gonna be through the bottom and his leg's gonna be through the top. He ain't gonna be able to.
But see, this is why I like having the two of you with me, because I have something to talk about, and you know, if I'm here by myself, I'm just kind of staring off, thinking about what to talk about next, and now I don't have to do that.
I don't know if anyone uses the Wish site.
Wish.com, is it, or wish list or something like that?
Wish.com, I think it is. But everything on there is cheap,
Yeah,
and that's where I get.
yeah.
a
It's
lot
like a wish list.
Yeah, and
Well,
that's where Dad.
I should start using that
But
wish
make
list.
sure you have money, enough money to cover it.
Yes.
Well, why
in
wouldn't
your
you?
account.
She didn't have enough.
You have to figure in the shipping cost.
She didn't have enough
and
money
sales
to cover
tax.
it, so she had,
There's no sales
Right.
tax, thank God. It's just the payment for the item and
Yeah.
shipping.
They don't charge like 6% tax.
No.
They charge like $4 or $5 to ship it, and the price and the thing's only like $1 something. They charge $5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Costs more to ship it than the cost of the item.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, you figure Dad's gloves cost me $5, but then I ended up paying quite a bit, and
In the end.
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
So you really get, the thing I found is you go and you put it in your cart, and then once you put it in your cart, act like you're gonna buy it,
Yeah.
and it brings up the total.
Yeah.
And if you can't afford it, don't get it.
Yeah. Take it out of the cart.
Yep. Put 0 and go right out.
You guys would have loved the spaghetti and breadsticks last night at the benefit dinner. That was good. And a lot of people were there.
Had a good time. I'm glad it turned out the way.
Yeah, the place was
You
packed.
know how you were talking about your taco
My taco salad, yeah.
salad?
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking?
What?
You were also thinking spaghetti and garlic bread.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I love spaghetti and garlic bread. I don't get the breadstick, although breadsticks are awesome with spaghetti. But I think I've committed a crime last night. Not something that would have me put in jail, by the way. When I had my spaghetti and breadstick last night, I didn't add Parmesan cheese. That is a crime against nature when it comes to spaghetti. You cannot eat spaghetti without Parmesan cheese. And I didn't add Parmesan cheese to mine. So to the spaghetti gods, I'm so sorry I forgot to add Parmesan cheese. I've committed the ultimate sin. And I did not add Parmesan fucking cheese to my spaghetti last night. But it was still good. It was still good though. It was really good.
We went to KFC.
Yeah, that was funny. Was it last week? No, it was, or was it the week before?
I think it was a week before.
Yeah, it was a week before last. We went to it was on a Monday night. We went to see Dan Richards out in at Billy's Pine Run Inn, and of course Dan Richards is the DJ for the Sunday Flashback, which by the way is tonight. You can listen live via 98fmwkcq.com. It'd be 98kcq.com I think is the website. Anyway, we went to see Dan Richards a couple weeks ago. And after that, we went to KFC in Clio. And Dad had a few to drink. And Dad says, I want Kentucky fucking chicken. So we went to KFC. And I told him, I said, I want a $5 fill-up. Her phone's ringing. I told Dad, I want a $5 fill-up. I think it was a drumstick and a thigh, or it was a leg and a thigh or something. And he says, I want a thigh and a leg. What was it? It was a leg, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I want a leg and an order of fries. It's like, I didn't say fries. I didn't say fries. I'll get to that. So we placed the order, and then we went up to the drive-thru window, and the girl's laughing, and she's got, she's holding a bag of food out the window, and well, she handed us our drinks first, and I had the straw in my cup, and Dad's trying to get the straw in his, and she's got our food, holding it out the window. I said, Dad, she's got our food out there, she's waiting for you to grab it, and Dad says, hold on, I'm trying to get my straw in my hole. And she busted out laughing. I laughed so hard I cried. He had me going. And we went to park and eat in the parking lot, and Dad had a piece of biscuit, and their biscuits are, oh my God, they're good. And you had mashed potato and a piece of chicken on it, and just as he went to bite it, it fell in the box, and he says, oh, that was beautiful, you prick. That was a beautiful piece, you prick, and it fell in the box. I laugh so hard. When he's drinking or when he gets buzzed, he is a riot. He's funny as hell. But it was a good night.
Well, we got Jay's car fixed finally yesterday.
Oh, you got Jay's car fixed, okay. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. He had me going. I couldn't stop laughing.
Just stomped him on a joke.
Yeah, you stumped him.
Yeah.
Not stomp him, you stumped him.
I said, who wrote the book of the Weenie Snatchers?
Yeah, Dan Richards, he was stumped on that joke.
If anybody can tell me a joke without, and I don't know it,
Yeah.
I'll give you a prize.
Yeah, well, he won a prize, and Dad says, well, who wrote the book of the Weenie Snatchers? And Dan Richards was sitting there, I don't know. Who wrote the book of the Weenie Snatchers? And Dad says, Skinless Frank. And, oh, I get it, and here, take a prize, Wayne.
Good.
But now you're known as Wayno to Dan Richards. Dan Richards is a hell of a nice guy. And tonight, again, like I said, tonight, you go on to the website, 98kcq.com. You can listen live. The Sunday flashback, they play, or Dan Richards, I should say, plays all country gold. The old stuff, some of the kind of newer stuff, and it's all by request, and it's from 7 until midnight. That would be Eastern time. But a lot of good country music. I listen to the flashback every week. It's really, really good. I enjoy it. And Dad's got to bring the dog in. The leaves in Michigan are really turning color. The leaves here in Michigan are really turning color. It's like someone had taken paint and just thrown the paint onto the trees. It's really pretty. It's starting to get cold. Hence the space heater. But yeah, it's really pretty. We have some very beautiful scenery here in the state of Michigan. In the upper and the lower peninsula, actually. I bet it's beautiful in the upper peninsula right now. The fall foliage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to get back up. If I ever do visit the upper peninsula when it's cold, which I doubt I ever will because it's such a long way and they get really bad snows up there. Well, but there's a lot of ski resorts up there, too. But if I ever go back to the upper peninsula and during a time when it's chilly or cold, I'm going to have a hot pasty. Pasties are good. I love pasties. Not Patsy. Pasty. When I was up there, when I was in the Upper Peninsula over the summer, I had my very first pasty. Some friends of mine that I stayed a weekend with, we enjoyed that. We enjoyed a pasty, and it was my first ever pasty. It was good. I had the traditional with the rutabaga, and it was good. And it is, pasties are notorious with the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So if you've ever traveled the UP, if you're from out of state and you ever travel the UP and you think, gee, what's with all the pasty shops along Highway 2? It's actually pasty, that's how you pronounce it. And it's nothing, because when I first saw that, like, pasty shops, something perverted is going on up here in the UP. No, pasty, which is kind of a cross between like a pot pie and a shepherd's pie. But it's really, really good. Especially when you microwave them. Because, I think you're supposed to cook them in the oven, like in a microwave oven or just a regular oven. They're really good. They're really good. I don't know if any of the department stores sell pasties in the frozen food section. I'd have to check when I go shopping this Saturday. Oh, yeah, so I do have plans. Other than going up to Mom's, I actually have plans this week. I have to do some grocery shopping on Saturday. So when I do go shopping, I'm going to check in the frozen food aisle to see if they have pasties. I doubt if they do, because they are... there's pasty shops in Michigan, but I don't know if they sell them at any of the department stores where you can buy groceries. I'd have to look. But I don't think they do. So I'm just sitting here. So how are you, Dad? Huh? Sore. Yeah, he had a bit of trouble getting up this morning. And it is the weather changing. When I was coming in from the kitchen, and I was coming in from the kitchen, and I could hear Dad, you know, he was grunting and he was moaning because he's in pain a lot. And our dog Barkley stood right next to the couch and looked at Dad straight on, wagging his tail, and I was petting him, and it's like, you hear Dad, don't you, buddy? Huh? You know, I'm petting him and patting him on the back, and he was just waiting for Dad to get up. I think he does that every morning.
Scruffy jumped up here.
He'll stand at the, you know, next to the couch and wait for you to get up.
Scruffy goes and jumps on him, and
Right here.
Yeah, but Scruffy, I've seen him sit right on your face. Like
yeah.
he'll put actually not technically sitting on your face, but I've actually seen him, like, he'll put his face up to your chin.
Yeah.
He'll touch his nose to your chin. They're good dogs. And they love their humans.
Oh, good news.
Good news.
Uncle Bob.
Uncle
is
Bob.
Out of the hospital.
Okay.
And he is in a nursing home.
A nursing home.
somewhere here in Chestnut.
Assisted living or
We
the
don't-
nursing home.
He's at the one in Chestnut.
Mark just said he's in
Which-
the nursing home.
So the nursing home in Chestnut.
On Front Street.
Okay, yeah, the nursing home.
They play Jimmy.
Of course, we're talking about my Uncle Bob Perkins, who he was recently hospitalized. He was in really bad shape.
Doing good.
He was at Henry Ford Hospital in downtown Detroit. He was in really rough shape, but I guess his condition, with this new update, his condition has improved.
Yeah.
So they've moved him from the hospital
I
to a
just
nursing
heard
home.
From Uncle Mark, that's he called.
Oh, Uncle Mark, okay.
That's a big
So that's good news. That's good news.
Probably stopping in sometime.
Okay. So thanks for the warning. No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I'm only telling you that.
Yeah. Well, no, Uncle Mark stops in once in a while because he lives by himself. He you know.
The thing is he doesn't like being on video.
Well, that's too bad. I'm not going to put an end to my video just because he feels uncomfortable.
Well, I figured by the time he gets here,
Which is, I'm glad you brought that up, but continue your point.
by the time he gets here, Dad and my brother will probably be out in the woods, so I can just take him.
So
out.
I might even just be done with this video by the time everybody shows up.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you kind of brought up, you know, people who don't like to be on video, because you don't. I don't like being on video, to be honest with you, but this is one way for me to convey thoughts and to talk about what I've been up to because I don't have Facebook anymore. So,
The only reason I don't like being on camera
yeah,
is it makes me look bigger,
cameras always add.
and I
You
don't,
know.
I don't like it. It
I-
looks like the old me.
Yeah,
not the new me.
I actually do weigh close to 200 pounds. You wouldn't suspect, you wouldn't even guess just by looking at me, but I do weigh close to 200 pounds.
Like I keep saying, Jared,
Um,
I'm losing, you're gaining.
Yeah. So, and I'm glad you brought that up about people not liking to be on camera. There is, you know, because there's a channel on YouTube that's called Amagansett Press. And what it is it's this gentleman named Jason Gutterman, who he's originally from Amagansett, New York. He goes around and does public filming to test the waters, to do audits of First Amendment rights. And because if it's in public, you can film it. That's what the Constitution states. You are protected under those rights. You can film anything in public that you can see with your eyes. And this Jason, he goes around and he does a lot of videos, and you should check out his channel. It's called Amagansett Press. Okay. It's called Amagansett Press. Now, there's people who don't like to be on film. And the thing, okay. And the fact of the matter, what I've noticed is there's people who, whenever they see a camera, they say, well, I don't want to be filmed. And however, they put themselves in front of the camera and say, I don't want to be filmed, which is illogical because if you don't want to be filmed, then don't engage the photographer. You know, it's that simple. But it's a really good channel, and I enjoy the content. Jason Gutterman, if you're watching, I enjoy your content, and I love You know, the fact that you take your camera with you and you educate people, especially the police, because, you know, people who took an oath to uphold the Constitution and somehow managed to fuck it up every single time. You educate them on what their rights are and, or what our rights are, actually, our rights collectively. And you educate, I've learned a lot from watching your content. But it's a good channel, Amagansett Press. Check it out. And I'll provide a link in the description of the video so you guys can check it out. And be sure to subscribe to his channel. I don't do First Amendment audits. I had actually considered giving it a shot. But it's not to argue with cops. It's not to get people pissed off because I do public filming. It's just a way to educate people. And it's just one channel that I enjoy, Amagansett Press. And his son, he goes by Watching the Watchman, so make sure that you subscribe to his channel as well, Watching the Watchman. I'll provide the links in the description of this video. But yeah, so I'm kind of glad she mentioned that because, you know, we have rights in this country, and you have to make sure that people are aware of what their rights are. You have to inform and educate, and if people aren't aware of what's legal and what isn't, you know, you have to educate. You have to make people aware. So thank you, Jason Gutterman, for all the work that you do. And he doesn't live in Amagansett, New York anymore. He actually moved to the Rocky Mountain state of Colorado. I heard you barking out there. Scruff. Hi, buddy. Here, say hi to everybody, Scruff. Say hi to the people out there. Oh, your little heart's racing fast, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I love you too. Yes, you're my good boy. Yeah. This is my dog, Scruffy. Yeah. You all right? You doing okay, big guy? You doing all right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're a good boy. Okay, go ahead. But, gee, what else do I talk about? Don't know. I've run out of things to talk about. I pretty much covered everything this week. I don't know. I'm at a cul-de-sac of conversation here because I've run out of things to discuss. Perhaps maybe I should just wrap this up because I've been here for a little while. I want to get this done before Mark and Joe show up. I've been here for a little under 45 minutes. That should be long enough. Put on some country music while the video's uploading to YouTube because it takes forever, and I don't understand why it takes so long for YouTube to upload videos. Dad's developing a cough, so I know that the change of the weather's getting to him. And it's probably going to affect me too sooner or later. So when I go...
I have spinal sclerosis.
Yeah, you got spinal sclerosis. What I'm going to have to do this week, shopping, I might have to buy some things like to make soups and stuff.
Yeah.
I wish I knew how to make shepherd's pie. It can't be that hard. You don't need a German shepherd. No, shepherd's pie is a mixture of hamburger and potatoes and cheese and like different kinds of vegetables, and it's good. It's good. It's really good. Well, I don't know. It's really good though. My mom made it when I went up to visit her one time, and it's like, oh, this is good stuff. I didn't know Mom knew how to make shepherd pie, but she did. She made it. What's that?
She went to church.
But yeah, shepherd's pie is really good. Pasties are good, and you know the traditional pot pie is always good too. So that's about it, guys. I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Amy, Amy's good too. I was just gonna say, I'm sure she would say she was good too if she were sitting in here, but she was in the kitchen.
I was
Don't
in
leave
the
your babies in the
restroom.
car.
Yeah, don't leave your children unattended in a car because you.
Or dogs.
Well, yeah, especially when it's hot. You know, especially when it's hot outside.
Wait,
If
Jared.
it ain't
But-
cold, if it ain't hot,
Oh, let there be light.
even if it ain't hot, don't leave your kids in the car.
Yeah, don't be a douche. You know, be responsible.
Grandpa was right.
About what?
I told him I wore a 32-30
Yeah.
in pants, and I got into a 26, Jared.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can leave the light on. I mean,
Oh no.
thank you, Tom Bodette, for leaving the light on for
I
me.
don't want it. I like to.
Motel 6 too.
No, we're not. We ain't leaving light on for nobody.
We ain't leaving the light on for
For nobody.
Motel 6 because I've heard
Yeah.
a lot of stories about Motel 6.
Well, I won't knock Motel 6. I've never used Motel 6. I live I live in my own little castle. I call it my bedroom.
What?
Yeah,
Those are warm ups on coffee.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good on coffee. I received a nice text message from a mom of a cancer warrior that I met in Ohio. I think it was about a couple years ago, maybe.
Feel good on you too, ain't it?
Thank you.
Or was it last year I met her? I think it was last year I went to Sandusky, Ohio. It's that same mom. She sent me some hearts and a text message, so thank you. I love you too. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm officially at the end. And I want to get this done before everybody decides to start popping in. She said that Uncle Mark doesn't like to be on camera. Well,
And my brother's on his way.
I'm not going to stop rolling my camera just because certain people don't like to be seen on camera. Too bad.
Mad, I was on camera before when Tom Tree got killed.
Yeah. Well, that's news. I'm talking about my Sunday video updates.
Don't matter. If anybody wants to look
I
at me,
try
fine.
not to get into them, but if I have to, I will.
I mean, it's,
Look at me, fine.
you know, I'm very self-conscious about how I look in public. Or at least I should say I used to be self-conscious about that. Now I just don't care. That's why I decided to go ahead and do the Sunday video updates, because I figured this way people can see my facial expressions, they can hear the tone of my voice, they know how serious I am or if I'm, you know, joking about something. I wanted to do these videos because I'm not on Facebook anymore. And speaking of Facebook, I was actually talking to the warrior that I went to go to the benefit dinner last night. It was her aunt that I had spoken with. She says she doesn't like Facebook either because it's a joke. Because people are assholes. And it's a shitty place to be. And people act irresponsibly and there's no consequences.
If you want your name run down in the dirt, that's
Yeah.
the place to go.
Yep. If you want your name to be ran through the mud, then go there to Facebook. But I talked with some friends of ours who had recently, it wasn't too recent, but it was this year. They helped us with some venison because we were kind of low on food, and they helped us with some meat. And I talked to the guy's mom last night, really good friend of ours. And she says, you know, nobody believes that stupid shit on Facebook, Jared. And it's like, well, I hope not, you know, because it's, you know, not true. But it was good to see her last night, and I talked to a friend that I haven't spoken to in a few years. He moved from Fargo, North Dakota down to Dallas, Texas, so that was quite the change in, you know, scenery, a change in climate, a change all around. You know, the people down in Texas have accents, and the people in the Dakotas, I don't think, have accents.
Are you already talking about Andrew's baby?
Huh?
Is you already talking about Andrew's baby that was born?
Andrew.
Andrew. Rosie?
Oh, yeah, my cousin Rosie. I don't know if she ever watches my videos, but my cousin Rosie, it would be her wife's son, and his girlfriend had a baby, yesterday, I think? So Andrew, again, I don't know if they ever watch these videos. I'm not sure, but congratulations, much love, and best wishes to the newest addition to your family.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. You know, we'll put a plug out there for the little Lila Renee. That's the baby's name. Cutie. But anyway, yeah, I guess I should wrap this up.
Your grandson CJ.
What about him?
Yeah, CJ and other one.
My nephew Christopher. Who they're talking about? What about him?
He was born.
In August.
Yeah,
Oh, was he?
August 22nd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why, but I was thinking he was just born not too long ago.
August 22nd.
Yeah.
A couple months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he's cutie pie.
He got a lot of hair.
Yeah, I finally got my nephew. Matter of fact, I just talked to my niece Angel the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad and I both did. She's doing really good.
I got to at least.
And all we could hear was her, the baby.
Yeah, we could hear Skyland making all kinds of noise in the background, and it's kind of cute.
I only got to talk to Angel long enough to say, "Where's Grandpa? I need to talk to him."
But yeah, I love being an uncle. It's like one of the coolest things in the world.
My great grandchildren.
Yeah, I love being an uncle. Now I'm a great uncle, which I already knew.
I'm not great.
Yeah, I've got great nieces and now a great nephew. Callie and Skyland and Christopher.
And if you want to say it, actually Rosie's wife.
What about Rosie's wife?
Her son had a
Andrew.
baby, so there's my great
It'd be another
great
niece or whatever.
another great.
I consider, I consider it because Jamie would be my cousin now by marriage.
Yes.
And Andrew and Allison and the little girl, I can never remember her name. I'm sorry. They're my cousins too. They're family.
Kind of hard, Jerry.
And-
Got so many of them.
Yeah, there's so many kids now that
Oh my God.
there's a lot of kids now.
Nephews and
Yeah.
great nieces.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids. I don't have children. And this was something that was brought up when I was up at my mom's the last time. She was talking about me having kids, and so I've talked about this before. What?
She's gonna let her go.
Well, but
It'll happen.
The thing is, but this is the thing though. It's not so much that I don't want kids. It's what if I can't have kids because of their chemo and their radiation treatments that I have. What if I can't reproduce? I don't want some stranger in latex gloves telling me, "Hey, you can't have kids."
Right?
That would be it would be an awkward thing for me to have to go through. I don't want to find out from a stranger that I can't have children.
I think Joe's do.
Sounds like a
But-
vehicle, so
But anyway,
we'll find out.
well, go check, and I'm going to wrap this up real quick.
Okay, wrap it up real quick. No.
Okay.
But it's not that I don't want kids. It's maybe I can't have kids.
Yeah.
And I don't want a stranger telling me that my swimmers aren't strong enough to.
And if it's meant to be, it'll be. If not,
Um,
then it ain't.
Yeah. But whatever, I guess. But I probably should wrap this up before everybody decides to start popping in.
Found a woman either that wants to know who you are.
Yeah, I know. But I'm going to wrap this up real quick and say our final goodbyes. Anything you guys want to add before I...
Don't keep the babies in the cars by themselves, assholes. That's
Amy?
what I said.
All I'm gonna say is, peace out, and everyone be healthy, and have a great day. Be safe out there.
And I'm going to say much love to all of you. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for watching again this week. And I'll be here next week. If I don't have anything planned next week. It's the 20th. I don't think I do. I might go up to Heidi and Owen's this week just to see what they're up to. I haven't been up there in a long time, and it's a long overdue visit, and I might sneak up there. So,
If they ain't all out hunting.
yeah, they might be hunting, but I'll still go anyway because they're not going to be out forever, all night long. You don't hunt in the dark, I don't think, anyway, do you? Do you hunt in the dark? Do you hunt in the dark? Or?
I'll be up before dark.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause I know there's some rule or some law or whatever. I don't hunt, so
Well, the only one they'll grab is Lexi,
yeah.
so he probably won't go hunting.
But anyway, that's it for this week, guys. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care. Much love. And to the friend who texted me the hearts, I will get to you in a little while. So, much love. Peace out, guys. I'm out. Take care.